Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Nick Cardoza. We just got done with the Miami Boat Show. We're down here at Miami Beach Marine on this beautiful 2019 Ferretti 920, and it dawned on me that after all the boats I've seen in the past few weeks, this is arguably one of the best boats designed for Miami day boating. Come on board and let me show you why. So, before I get into why this boat's so special, let me tell you a little bit about Ferretti Group. If you don't know, they're one of the most well-known brands in the world, one of the most important shipyards. They build everything from CRN, Custom Line, Moki, Riva, Ferretti, of course, Pershing. I mean, need I say more? Ferretti's got a crazy success story, which I'm going to cover in another video later on. But for now, let's get started with why I think that this is one of the best and coolest boats for Miami. Let's start in the Flybridge, and we'll work our way down to it. The way this is configured, like I said, is probably one of the most ideal designs that I've ever experienced in a Miami boat of this size. I'm talking about lots of volume, really good floor space, and the layout's so conducive to entertaining. You see how the bar is laid out? So first of all, you walk up the stairs over here, the bartender's greeting you, you got your drinks, you've got tables that come together here, there's a big barbecue under here. Now let's break down the reason why somebody would buy a boat into, let's say, 3 categories that I can think of, because boats are mission specific, and I really feel strongly that you would want to buy a boat for whatever mission you're trying to accomplish. If you're buying it for your family to do some cruising, you're going to want something with lots of volume, lots of cabins that you can fit your friends and family on, go to Bahamas, etc., right? If you want to buy something to put into a charter business, you want to have the right layout so you have lots of space, that it's easy to clean, the stuff's not, you know, in the wrong place, you don't break it, and you have places for coolers, whatever, right? The other is if you want to have something that you can drive around yourself, maybe. This boat, for a 92-footer, I feel, you know, and I've been on a lot of boats, obviously, but I feel that this is probably one of the better layouts that I've seen recently, especially for like a charter business boat. I mean, this one, look at my video, How to Own a Yacht for Free. This is one of the yachts I'm talking about. I mean, it's not $1 million, but anyways, I'm talking too much about charters. Let's have a look at the rest of this layout, right? So this boat has an option to have a jacuzzi. I like jacuzzis. I don't know if I like them on the boat. They take up a lot of space. You don't use them all the time. It's the 80-20 rule. You're going to use the jacuzzi how much, right? So you got to think about that type of stuff when you buy a boat. Now you can have lots of people. You set up a DJ. You can do catering. Like, sky's the limit when you have space to work with. When you have built-in furniture and not a lot of deck space, you're kind of limited to that ecosystem, that environment that it provides. It's not too big. It's a 92, so you go to the restaurants. It's not too tall. You can fit under most of the bridges. It's a fast boat. It goes over 20 knots. It can make it to Bahamas in one day. All good points. Let's head up to the foredeck before it gets a little too dark. I'll show you up there. Then we'll make our way inside, and then we'll hit the engine room for you motorheads out there. Okay, let's go. Look at this attention to detail. These massive, beautiful stainless steel cap rails. The Riva next door doesn't even have that. And then as we walk up these stairs, you see that Ferretti Group's known for their design language. They've been able to incorporate the on-deck master inside beautifully into the design of the boat. It still looks very streamlined, whereas some of the competitors, they look a little chunky, a little bubbly on the water. This looks very streamlined, and you see you've got this nice stadium seating here. This really feels like an outdoor patio. Look, I want you guys to feel as if you're on the boat with me, so I want to try to explain to you like how this is, and it's great because like you're really just like you're down low here. You know, the people are here. You've got a place to put your drinks. You've got the split table. It's just very cozy, right? You're like, it's like a living room here. It keeps everybody together, you know? You want to be in a comfortable setting with people, especially when you're out on the water, on the bow, on anchor, you know? I mean, imagine you can't even like jump off of here into the water. It's just so much fun up here. Let's go to the aft deck, and then we'll go into the interior. I love the interior on this boat. We've got 5 cabins, nice little galley. I'll show you the crew mess on this boat. I know you guys have been bothering me about that. This has got a nice crew mess. We'll go do that. Let's go have a look. Come follow me. Now, hopefully by now, if you've watched a couple of my videos, you guys know that I don't like to point out the obvious and tell you what a beautiful table there is on this aft deck, and that every broker wants to show you this ingenious design that hides the cleats and how beautiful it is. We get that, you're watching the video. What I wanna do is I wanna show you why I feel like this boat has a vibe. Ferretti made an interactive aft deck with this. And why? Because this couch, right? It's like, this is like such a simple, ingenious, like, keep it simple, stupid idea, because, you know, most boats have the aft deck with the table here, but we don't get on boats and sit on the table like, you know, good little kids. We like to hang out, lounge, drink our champagne, pick at some finger food, talk with our friends. That's what makes this aft deck a vibe. You know, obviously you've got all these great design features like the recessed lighting and all that stuff, but you want to know more about that, hit me up, I'll send you a brochure, you'll love it. And for the last part of the exterior of the boat, one of the most important features of the utility of this boat is the submersible platform and how it opens up with the press of a button. And what happens here is this drops all the way down. We can't open it all the way up at the dock because it's in the way, but this platform drops into the water. The tender drives in and out. It's a very ingenious design. It works very well, and this becomes a beach club in the back. This is a very functional garage, or lazarette as it's called in the business. And you know, you keep all your dive stuff in there. You've got your tender, all your toys. Let's run inside real quick, and I'll show you the interior of the boat, and then we'll wrap it up because we're running out of daylight here. Who doesn't love automatic doors? Look at this. Boom, 2 stages, full al fresco dining out here, and oof, blast of ice cold AC. You gotta love the tropical AC that you get for Florida. It's amazing. This is why, actually, side note, why you can't get European boats, well you can, but why you shouldn't just bring a European boat over to the US, why they become so expensive is you've gotta not only update the AC handlers and all this stuff, but you've also gotta update, you know, the pans for the condensation that it creates. These BTUs, it makes it so ice cold in here. That's what, you know, one of the differentiating factors between Euro boats and American boats. Anyways, that said, let's get into the layout and the vibe of this boat. It's like a modern, minimalistic, open floor plan. You can really do a lot with this boat. It's very versatile, whether it's for entertaining clients or, you know, having fun with the family, charter boat, TV popping up and down from here. Minimalistic, modern, open floor plan, very versatile for charters, for entertaining. Let's say you want to move this out, you want to have a cocktail party at the dock. You can have 100 people on the boat if you want. Don't quote me on that, I don't want to get in trouble. Something different about this boat and a lot of Italian, European boats versus American boats. If you remember on the Hargrave, we had that open style country kitchen, which that became another central aspect of the boat, but it also takes up a lot of space on the boat. Now, there's upsides, pros and cons to each. Obviously, you know, this you could shut this off. You block the smell from the rest of the boat, so you know you don't hear the galley going if you have the crew cooking a lot. It's also great for charters because they can do a lot of the catering and stuff in here. There's a lot of different scenarios why you would use this and why this is really great. While we're on this level, we'll blow into the master cabin, the on-deck master. This is the on-deck master, full beam, the full bathroom right behind, and that makes a really comfortable layout for an owner. What's so special about having an on-deck master is that all your guests are down below, so this is like your own personal big deck. It's like it's just an amazing concept. Now, what's special about this boat in Miami right now with 5 cabins versus 4 is that it becomes a lot more charter friendly and entertainment friendly because people like to travel with large groups or go out on the water with large groups. So the ability to be able to sleep 10 to 12 people on a boat is very important. So you've got 2 twin cabins that share an ensuite bathroom. And they've got a bunk that comes down, so they can sleep extra. And then you've got 2 queen cabins, which are essentially VIPs, which, you know, for all intents and purposes, are like smaller master bedrooms. Now, the other layout that you can get with this boat is a 4-cabin layout, so you have 3 queens, or you have, you know, different configurations with the cabins. That's about it for the interior of the boat. Let's go have a look at the crew cabins real quick. I'm excited to show you these because, you know, everybody's been asking me about them. And then we'll hit up the engine room. Beautiful engine room. Let's go have a look. Cool, so you come through the galley and down here is the crew cabin, but real quick, I'll show you the helm. Beautiful helm, very well designed. It's designed as if it's like part of the boat, so it's also very modern and minimalistic, and These huge screens. I talked to the captain. I'm like, what do you really like about this pilot house? It's good because everything's within arm's reach, but it doesn't feel too claustrophobic. You got a little couch back here, and it's great that there's a lock on the door up here. It maintains privacy, so if there's a lot of stuff going on the boat, the captain can come down here and just really like focus in his little zone here. So great design, love it. We're gonna head back down. We're gonna head down the stairs and hit the crew quarters. All right, you asked for it, you got it. This is the crew cabin. I had to push. They said, look, you can go down for a little while. This is where the crew lives. This crew cabin, just to give you an idea, sleeps 5 crew. I don't think you necessarily need to run the boat with 5 crew. I think if it's gonna be like based in Miami, you definitely want somebody on the boat all the time. So you got one full-time guy for sure. You've got a full-time captain for sure, whether he's the one that's staying on the boat or not. This is the captain's quarters. You've got one bed with an ensuite bathroom. You've got the other 2 crew that stay in there. They share this bathroom. And then this is like the crew mess where everybody kind of hangs out. You've got the washer, dryer. This is what keeps the boat running, really, is down here. This is what keeps the heart pumping, let's call it. So, this is where the crew chills when they want to be out of the way of the guests. But generally speaking, like if you don't know this, on a boat, it's like when I used to work in the kitchen, they said if there's time to lean, there's time to clean, buddy. Like if there's guests on board, you're not down here. So it does look a little tight. It is a little tight, but for a crew to just come down here and relax, like for a minute, this is where they're gonna like wake up in the morning, start their day, and then they're off to work, man. I mean, we work hard as crew, so that's what it is. Yeah, so there you go. Let me know what you think about this crew cabin. Comments, let me know if you'd like to work on a boat like this, because this is what crew life is like. For those of you who've watched Below Decks and all that, I don't know if they portray it the right way, but this is it, baby. You got it. Let's go look at the engine room, and then we're out. Okay, so this is the deck hatch to get down into the engine room. There's a door on the side here that you can go down. It's quite tight. This is an easier way to get down. Now, getting into the engine stuff, a lot of these engines are, modifications of a different model, but these are MTU 1900 horsepower. Let's see. Sometimes it's a little bit different. You got a little plaque down here. We've got 1920 horsepower at 2450 RPM. That's a lot of power. We've got tri-turbo engines here. You see, go 1, 2, 3. With the exhausts that go right down into the water, so it's like stays quiet. You start up the boat, you don't want to really hear anything. This boat has nearly 1,000 hours. It already had its 1,000-hour service. Look how nice and well taken care of it is down here. It's a good spot to keep a couple extra toys if you have overflow from the garage. You've got 2 generators in the back here, and then you walk around. This is the garage. This is like where the tender comes in from the back. I showed you that before. We've got your AC chillers down here. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but this goes all the way back to the transom, and you've got like a crawl space that goes back into there. You got your engine batteries tucked away, and now what you see is that they put all the heaviest stuff in the lowest, centermost part of the boat, and that helps with the weight distribution, so that you don't have a lot of roll, pitch, and yaw. And that keeps the boat more stable, so that people don't get seasick. And then when you put the stabilizers, and this boat has fin stabilizers instead of the gyro. So as the boat moves, these fins move and keep the boat steady. It works really, really well. It's very, very cool. Let me show you something cool about this boat. So let me sit here and I'll explain to you. This boat has converters. So this is a world cruiser boat. You can plug in Europe. It converts from 220 volts to 110 volts here, the 50, 60 hertz converter. And so everything runs off of an inverter in this boat. So traditionally, if you were to convert a boat from Europe to the U.S. and you plug it into shore power, you can have a problem with the appliances, right? What this does is that it takes care of all that, and they're able to build in a series production a lot easier with the right gauge wire. There's a lot to this actually. It's very interesting. So that you can basically use the boat all over the world. It's a very expensive upgrade otherwise, and for them to be able to put it into series production overall brings the cost down, but it's still a very expensive proposition. It's just another reason why Ferretti Group stays on top of its competitors, right? And like a lot of places where you see plastic or PVC piping, Ferretti Group's using the metal piping. The fit and finish of these boats is superior to a lot of other production yachts. I love the Ferretti Group products. But anyway, I hope you like this video a lot. I kind of breezed through this one today. We're running out of sunlight. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you want to see anything else on the future stuff, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and please share with your friends. I'm trying to grow the channel. Your support is really helpful. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video soon.